Hi everybody, it's Paul again from Ballistic Blood Bullets, back with a short review for another movie, albeit perhaps a lesser known film, but nonetheless equally as deserving as any other film that we like to seek out and enjoy, and that is for Tourist Trap. And this is the 20th anniversary special edition DVD release and all its widescreen glory. And it's a great old school creepy film. I had the pleasure of watching this for the first time just the other day, and it's a film I've known about for a long time but never got around to seeing. It was always readily available on rental and has been released on DVD before, and I've always suspected it was a good film, but just as I say, never really got around to having the chance and opportunity to either see it or pick it up. So following the example of so many other people that are on YouTube and within the community who've sung its praises, it was time to pick it up, and it was available at a very good price. So definitely happy to dive in, and definitely happy now to have Tourist Trap in my collection. Really enjoyed the experience of it. It's a great old school creepy film, and there's no reliance on silly digital effects or anything like that. It is, as I say, the old-fashioned way of making movies, and that's the way that we like it. There's no reliance on silly digital effects and CGI and any of that stupidness. It's made from 1979, so those sort of effects and features weren't really available, and in many ways I'm pleased to say that they weren't. So there's no digital effects, there's no silly gallons of blood that is used unnecessarily or just for the shock value. It just relies pure and simple on the scares and from the atmosphere and performance of the players, and particularly of star Chuck Connors, who puts in a very, very good performance. And he plays a lonely old character whose wife has died, and his brother apparently seems to have left for the big city. So this chap is left behind to live his life and live over old past events and lost opportunities, I guess. But he's the owner of a very old style, nice big house, and also coming with it is a museum of sort of artifacts, and particularly lifelike mannequins. And this wax museum, so to speak, is an attraction for tourists, or used to be an attraction for tourists. It's off the beaten track, and unfortunately for Mr. Slawson, who is Chuck Connor's character, the Highways and Byways Commission decided some years before to build a freeway, a motorway, which means that unfortunately, or fortunately for the majority, that the traffic and potential tourists can go straight to the big cities without having to need to stop off at the Slawson's little emporium of goodness. So business really goes downhill as well. So poor old Mr. Slawson, he's getting the real low end of the stick, unfortunately. But he doesn't let that put him off as far as getting customers is concerned, and his mind is focused on his tourist trap. And what happens is that we get a group of about 5 young people. Of course, their car mysteriously breaks down just outside of the Slawson residence, and he takes them in, looks after them, and then things start going all terribly awry. As night falls, horror calls, and the mannequins, they appear to come alive. And of course what happens is that these teen, early 20s young people, they start getting picked off and attacked by these mannequins, and it all starts turning into a bit of a horror show, and very, very well done, as I say. And there's a very interesting twist to the film, insofar as not only do we have these creepy mannequins who come alive, but we have a character in the film who is the main protagonist, the main killer, who controls these mannequins, and he controls them by telekinesis. So we have a touch of the old Carries about this, and also we have sort of films like Maniac that come into play as well, and also Uli Lommel's Bogeyman. So there's some great pivotal horror movies that form part of this potboiler that is Tourist Trap. It's not overly gory, but it's, as I say, it's the scares and the chills and the atmosphere that make this such a very good, entertaining film. And we got young starlet Tanya Roberts, who's looking as beautiful as ever, very young in this film, as I say, from 1979. She, of course, later went on to be in the last series of Charlie's Angels, and also starred in some very good fantastical films, such as Sheena and Beastmaster. And one of her best roles, I think, was in the Italian production, which was in a film, but it primarily started out being made as a TV series, and that's the epic Italian sword and sorcery enterprise Hearts and Armour. Wonderful film, if you can check that out. It was made from about 1982. So that's Tanya Roberts. And of course, she was also a Bond girl in View to a Kill. But here she is, a young sort of woman with her friends being attacked by these mannequins and assaulted by telekinetic powers. And those telekinetic powers are shown off their best in the opening kill, where a young guy is trapped in this room and all manner of things are thrown at him, knives and pipings and dolls and glass and wood, and he is impaled. But it is a nightmarish opening, very well done. It's a glorious start to any film, and sets it up nicely. And what follows are similar manners of killings of these young people throughout the film. Chuck Connors, as I say, puts in a great performance. Not all that he seems, and the wife and brother, perhaps what happened to them isn't quite all that it seems as well. Fantastic film, well worth the time and trouble to seek out, and this is a pretty well put together 20th anniversary special edition. Nothing great in extras, there's bits and pieces, there's bios and trailers of other features, but the quality of this film is nice. It's a pretty dark film. It's shot mostly at night, but you can see everything that's going on, which is important. And as I say, it adds to the eerie air, particularly when those mannequins start going about their business. So there we have it. Chuck Connors starring in the 1979 production of the very well worth seeking out Tourist Trap. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now.